What would you do if you never had to worry about survival? If there was no rent due at the end of the month, no grocery bills staring you down, no boss hanging over your shoulder? If for the first time in your life, you weren't being forced to trade your time, your energy, your dreams, your entire fucking existence just to stay afloat, who would you be? That question terrifies the people in power because the answer is free. You would be free. That's what they don't want you to realize. We have been trained since birth to believe that work, their work, is the price of our existence, that the grind is natural, that struggle is virtuous, that we are only worth what we can produce for them. But this is a lie so deep, so ingrained that most people never even think to question it. But I am questioning it. The truth is that the system is a cage, a machine that turns human potential into profit, a world where your dreams are limited by your paycheck, your passions choked out by the necessity to survive. A world where you are not allowed to become more, because if you did, you wouldn't need them anymore. But it doesn't have to be this way. A post-scarcity society, a world where resources are shared, where automation serves humanity instead of enslaving it, where people are given what they need instead of fighting for scraps, is not some distant utopian fantasy. It is the next logical step. We have the technology. We have the means. What we lack is the willingness to let go of the outdated, brutal ideology that tells us that suffering is necessary. It isn't. Imagine a world where your time is yours, where education isn't a pipeline to wage slavery, but a gateway to self-discovery, where art, science, philosophy, and innovation thrive, not because they are profitable, but because they are human. Some people ask, without the struggle to survive, what will push people forward? And to them I say, we are always pushing boulders up hills. The difference is in a post-scarcity world, we get to choose the boulder. Instead of struggling to pay bills, we struggle to master our craft. Instead of worrying about where the next meal will come from, we worry about how far we can take our minds, our bodies, our spirits. There is no single right way to be human. Some will paint, some will write, some will chase the stars, some will simply sit beneath them and breathe. And that is beautiful. Because that is freedom. Not just freedom from oppression, but the freedom to become everything you were meant to become more than just a worker, more than just a cog in someone else's machine, to become yourself. The world as it is now does not want you to dream like this. It does not want you to imagine a life beyond labor. Because the moment you do, the moment you see past the illusion, you will realize that the cage is unlocked. You just have to be willing to step outside. That is what they fear. But that is what we will build together. A world where every single human being is given the right, the opportunity to discover who they are, to create without the noose of capitalism around their neck, to learn, to grow, to become. And I promise you, that world is not impossible. It is inevitable.